Hey student, I am Teacher Prix and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. And in this meetup lesson, I like to call it Meetup Wednesday, we are going to talk about English speaking and how you can improve your English speaking even if you study alone, and what are the best ways, the best tips so that you can practice your English speaking and learn to speak English with confidence. So that is awesome. Tell me, guys. Hello, people on YouTube, people on Facebook, people on Instagram. It is so wonderful to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining, for participating. If it's your first time here, thank you so much. Make sure to, subscribe, hit the bell notification, because then when you hit the bell, YouTube always tells you that, hey, Teacher Prix is up, she's here on YouTube. Come check her out. So, speaking mastery, how to improve your English speaking, even if you are on a solo journey. Good stuff coming. Now, guys, as usual, if you're watching the replay, I also invite you to tell me here in the comments, who are you? Are you a newbie? Hashtag newbie. Are you a BSA? Hashtag BSA. Are you a regular? Hashtag regular. But what is the difference? Well, if you are a newbie, it means it's the first time you're watching me, maybe the replay, maybe the second time, but everything is new. You don't know me so well. If you are a regular, hello, you've been around, you're always checking my lessons, participating. And if you are a BSA, you are more than a regular. You are my student in my online English program, the Real English Academy. So, wow, that is awesome. So tell me who you are. Even if you're catching the replay, I would love to know. Now, guys, Meetup Wednesdays will always have something for you, okay? In addition to the lesson, of course. So for tonight's lesson, when the lesson is over, when I finish the lesson, on Telegram, you will receive a PDF file from this lesson, but not just any PDF file. Today, I prepared a short speaking recommendation practice for you based on what I'm going to explain tonight, okay? So after the lesson is over, join my Telegram and check the PDF file. Last week, there was another PDF file. I think a very nice PDF file, by the way. Tonight, the same thing with some explanations from tonight's lesson, but also the short exercise recommendation. So that way, you will be able to watch the lesson, review some important points, and do the speaking exercise that I am going to recommend. Now, this PDF file is protected by password. I will tell you the password during the lesson, so stay with me. And guys, whenever you study by watching my lessons in English, why don't you tag me on Instagram stories, okay? It's very simple. Take a screenshot, go on your stories, and then write @TeacherPrix. That way I will know you are studying, participating. That is very, very important. So I see we have lots of BSA, regular students. That is wonderful to have you guys here. Maria, Selma is a regular. Michelle is a newbie. Thank you so much, Michelle. It's nice to have you here. Michelle or Michele, I'm not sure. Wonderful. Carla is a regular. Very nice. Giuliani, BSA. Wonderful. How about you guys on Instagram? I would love to know that too. And here on Facebook, we have Elizabeth, we have Hanad from Somalia. That is awesome, guys. Very, very nice. Now, speaking alone, because there are many concerns among English learners, but teacher, I don't want to speak alone because that's not how it works in real life. I want to talk to people. I want to have conversations in English. And I know that's what you want. Okay, guys? So first and foremost, the first thing you need to understand when I tell you about speaking alone is, I know you want to talk to people. I know you're not crazy, okay? I know your dream is to speak English and become more confident with your communication skills. But in order to get there, we need to find strategies. We need to implement specific exercises, a more efficient routine. And if at this moment you are on your solo journey studying alone, or maybe in an online program, or you don't have a friend, you don't have another partner to talk to, then we need to think of alternatives. As a matter of fact, it is totally possible for you to learn another language and establish this speaking practice by yourself. Because there are two important benefits when you are consistent. That's the name of the game, consistency. When you establish this speaking practice, even alone, okay, you use what you study. You actually use what you study. And this is perhaps one of the most common problems students have. They overwhelm themselves with the amount of information they study. But when it's time to, okay, show me the money. Show me the money means show me what you got, okay? Show me the money. Show me what you can do. Well, they can't. And why? Well, because they never practiced that part of their English study routine. They don't really have the habit of speaking. So because of that, you are constantly just taking notes, just watching lessons, maybe not even taking notes. And as a result, you don't use what you study, okay? And that is a big, big problem. So when you establish the routine that I'm going to recommend here in this lesson, you change the game. And in addition to this point that I've just made, you also become able to test your knowledge and build a speaking habit. Because perhaps last week you studied 1, 2, 3 videos, okay? You watched 3 different videos and yay, awesome! Cheers, I did it! But then I ask you a question and you're like, what? Explain? Explain? No, I understand. Believe me, Teacher Prix, I understand what you're saying. No. Show me the money. Did you really understand? Can you explain? And this is the moment when students freeze because they don't have this moment in their practice. And when you do that by, when you do that by writing and by trying to make sentences orally, you are working on different aspects of the language. So when you establish a speaking practice, even if you don't have a partner, that's what will be changing in your practice. And that's why I'm a big advocate for this kind of practice. I do this kind of practice in my Italian study routine. I recommend my BSA. My BSA are constantly posting challenges on Facebook. Every week, they post their speaking challenges. They participate. And what are they doing there? They are building the habit of speaking, of making English speaking a routine. That's what I want you to have, a speaking routine, so that speaking becomes natural to you, and it's possible to make that happen, okay? Anyway, so if you're finding value in this lesson already, remember the hashtag. Whenever you like something I say, you're like, oh, hashtag value. That way I know that I am in the right direction to teach you, because that's what I do here. I help English learners make their dream of speaking and understanding English become true in their lives, okay? But for your dream of speaking and understanding English become true, you gotta take action, okay? Because just watching this lesson, it's already, okay, to be fair, it is a start. But only receiving information and not doing anything about it will not help you achieve your English speaking dreams, your listening comprehension goals. So you gotta do the work, okay? In the previous workshop, the MeetUp Wednesday, we had a listening mastery class. Okay, you had PDF file, you had a listening exercise. You listened to a native speaker. So that's my goal here, to help you understand that it's possible for you to make a change, okay? That is super duper duper important. All right. Now, guys, before we move on to the right kind of practice, we need to talk about the wrong kind of practice, because sometimes the students misunderstand what it is to practice your English speaking. So first we have one most obvious problem, which is not practicing at all. The lazy song. Today I don't feel like doing anything. I just wanna lay in my bed. Well, if you do that, if you feel like not doing anything, if you never practice your English speaking, well, my friend, I'm sorry to break it to you, but your English speaking will never improve. And you could watch and rewatch and watch many different kinds of English lessons. Download many PDF files, apps, vocabulary apps, and nothing is going to change in your life. Transformation takes action. Okay, remember that. Now, do you practice your English speaking even if you are alone? If the answer is yes, hashtag yes. If the answer is no, hashtag no. So tell me, do you practice your English speaking? People on Instagram, tell me here. People on Facebook, do you practice your English speaking even if you are alone? Let me know. People on YouTube, as usual, do you? I will read your answers. I want to know, because you are my students, you are my newbies, you are my regulars, you know, my BSA. So it's important for me to know that. Otávio says, yes, I do. That is wonderful. Marcelo says, yes. Rubia, BSA, she says, yes. Awesome. Omer says, yes, that is great. Elisabetta, not yet. I can't believe it, Elisabetta. You are a regular. You should be practicing your English speaking even alone. Anna says, yes, that is awesome. Very nice. I see many BSA answering the question. They are practicing. That is wonderful. Giuliani, Robinson, that is great. I see Yolanda is practicing her English speaking alone. That is awesome. That is very, very important, okay? So, okay, good. If you're not practicing yet, you got to change the game, okay? Now, the next mistake, the wrong way to practice, okay, is to simply repeat phrases. I don't want you to become a parrot. Hello, hi, what? That's not how you speak. That's not how you practice your English speaking. You're not a parrot. Repeating phrases is not the same as practicing your English speaking. Now, Murilo says, my wife thinks I'm crazy for doing this. I know, it's okay. Don't worry, you're not crazy. You are taking action. So guys, repeating phrases, even if they are long, beautiful phrases, that's not what you're doing, okay? Speaking is different. Speaking requires creating. At the moment you are there. And if you're repeating phrases, you're not creating anything. You are repeating, okay? So that cannot happen. This is not a speaking practice. All right, so be careful with the repetition. This is a different kind of practice, but it's not speaking, okay? My BSA in the academy, after they do the listening exercise, they have some recommendations for me to practice shadowing, and then they repeat sentences they listen in the academy. But that is not speaking. They understand that very clearly. They practice pronunciation, intonation, but repeating sentences does not equal speaking. Denise, BSA, she practices her English twice a week with other BSA, because that's the spirit in the academy, you know? You get in the academy, you make new friends, you get together online, you know, because there are BSA from all over the freaking world. From China, from France, from Italy, from Germany, from Albania. Albania? I don't remember if it's Albania. Sometimes I confuse the names. I have many different BSA. From Spain. So they get together. They become friends in my academy. So they get together to practice. But they also have speaking recommendation exercises that they have to do when they are alone in their study routine, because it is very important to practice your English speaking alone. Now, another wrong way to do it, and this is a very specific practice some students adopt, and you have to be very careful, okay? The exercise is not bad, but the intention can be bad. So this is the thing. If the intention behind this practice is wrong, then That worries me, okay? So, memorizing sentences. For example, to go to the restaurant, to check in at a hotel, learning vocabulary about checking in at a hotel or going through immigrations, like I have so many videos here on my channel with specific phrases and vocabulary. They are wonderful things. But again, you are not a parrot. You are not like blah, 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 blah. You're not a parrot, okay? Just memorizing phrases will get you in trouble, okay? You need to learn how to create your phrases. That's English speaking, okay? Of course, that there are some phrases that we naturally memorize because we repeat them so much. Again, interpretation here. But if the way you study is constantly based on memorizing phrases, you will never prepare yourself for speaking the real English. Yesterday, I was talking to my BSA because twice a month we have a group conversation class. And during the conversation class, we talked about home accidents. Accidents we have at home. Guys, it's impossible to memorize phrases to talk about home accidents. BSA who participated, there are BSA here who participated. Is it possible, if you participated in yesterday's class, could you memorize phrases to talk about the home accidents you told me during the class? Tell me yes or no. Is it possible to memorize? I think it's not possible, but you let me know. And why? Because you need to tell a story. It's not so specific. So if you never have a moment to do that, and if you just focus on memorizing phrases, you are never going to become an English speaker. I would rather you spoke at a restaurant, sandwich, and anything to drink, Coke. I would rather you did this than simply saying, I would like a Coke. I would like pasta. I would like a sandwich. Because that's not how we do in the real world. Memorizing phrases get you stuck. I would like is not usually what we say, for example, at a fast food restaurant. You can, but it's not usually how they do it. They do it in a different way. Sometimes they just say the name of the food because fast food. People are in a hurry. Speak as natural as possible. Remember that fluency is communication, not perfection. So I see here some BSA replying, no, teacher, it's not possible, okay? Hosanna says it's not possible. She was participating yesterday during the group conversation class. Rubia as well. Rubia had some interesting accidents, right? Falling off your butt, Rubia? So it's impossible to memorize. You have to learn to build sentences. And to do that, you need a solo speaking practice because that way you prepare yourself. And what's but if I don't have anyone to correct me, how do I do it? The focus is not the mistake. The focus is the communication. And I will talk more about that, okay? I will give you more instructions about that. Now, so these are common wrong practices, okay? So be careful about them, all right? And remember, value, #value. And here, do not, I made a special slide just to highlight this. Do not read aloud. My office is a mess. Do not read aloud thinking you are practicing your English speaking. While my mother rode with me in the helicopter, my father went home to check on my brother and sister and break the news to them. He choked back tears and he explained to my sister that he would miss her 8th grade education ceremony that night. You're not practicing your English speaking. You're reading a book, okay? Maybe if you have the audio file, you may practice pronunciation, intonation, but that's it. You're not practicing your English speaking just because you're reading aloud, okay? But teacher, I wrote down what I said. Like, who said this? Hobson. But I wrote down the information. Is that it? Maybe I'm confusing your message, Hobson. But maybe, but teacher, I wrote down. So I grabbed a piece of paper like you recommended, teacher Prix, yes. Then I wrote my answer. Then I read my answer. Well, when I watch the teacher Prix videos, I have a wonderful time because she's funny. I'm reading. I'm joking. There's nothing. No, you're not practicing your English speaking either. It is more active, okay? But it's a writing exercise that is very helpful to English speaking. Very helpful, but it's not the goal. The goal is to make you speak. And with that in mind, no notes, okay? There may be other things you can do, but I have videos here on my channel where I talk about how to use writing to improve your English speaking. I think I'm gonna have a meetup about this, about using writing to improve your English speaking. But here, the focus is to get your phone or sit down and start talking. And there is a preparation you need to go through to be able to do that, okay? That's a very important thing. Now, moving on. Guys, before you start practicing your English speaking, we need to understand one thing. The speaking triangle, the upside down triangle, okay? And why is this triangle upside down like this? It's raining, man. It's raining here. Thank God it's raining. So upside down triangle, okay? Before you start practicing your English speaking, you need to think of these 3 points. General, specific, really specific. Because it's not just specific. It's really specific. And what do I mean by that? Whenever you focus on general, you have a very open idea. Money. Money, 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 money. That's general, okay? Then you get a little bit specific. How to make money? Hey, that's better. Money, money, money. Hey, how to make money? That's more specific. Then we go to really specific. How can I make money as a teacher in 2021 during a pandemic? What? Mic drop. That's very specific. And why am I talking about this? If you're practicing your English speaking alone, you need to know what you're going to talk about. And many students get stuck there. They have no freaking idea what they're going to talk about. They think that they will magically pick up the phone to record their voice, that's what I mean, and start talking. Okay, today I don't feel like doing anything. Nothing at all. It's not going to happen. That's why you will feel that English speaking is very difficult when you are practicing, when you are studying, because you didn't have any preparation. So the first preparation is I need to know what I'm going to talk about. Okay? So here, this triangle will help you understand the process you need to go through to understand what exactly you're going to talk about. First, you go to a general idea, then you make that idea more specific, then you filter a little more and make it really specific. And let me give you a very important tip here. The really specific tip needs to be focusing on you. Right now, you are the most important person in the room. What? You are more important than me. You are the most important person in the room. You want to speak English? Talk about yourself. That's it. Because in conversations, you will constantly talk about yourself. Ask questions to other people. Yes, of course, you will participate. You're not egocentric, okay? But you want to talk about yourself, about your life, about your dreams, about your passions, about your opinions, about your fears, about your life. So the focus on really specific will always be connected with you. So remember my example, general, money. Specific, how to make money, not about myself, how to make money. Really specific, how can I make money as an English teacher in 2021 during the pandemic? Ooh, now it's me. I can think about myself because that's the most important person in the room, okay? So that's what you need to focus on. Whenever you sit down to practice your English speaking, focus on yourself. The conversation has always to be about yourself. Isn't that what I do with you guys, BSA watching the lesson or the replay? Tell me here if that's what I do with you during the group conversation classes. Do I focus on me or do I ask you, about your problems, about your accidents, about your experiences? I always make it very specific because that's how you learn to speak English. That's how you improve. And you can do that during your English speaking practice if you focus on this idea that I'm talking about. So you can do this with any subject, okay? For example, music. Music is open. So if we think of the upside down pyramid, it's there, over there on the top, very open, music. How can I make it more specific? International music versus national music. That's more specific. That's good. I can talk about this. Now, really specific. How does music impact moi? My life. It's my life. It's now or never. How does music impact my life? Okay? So that's what being really specific is. Hobson says, yes, teacher, you always focus on us. Yes, because you are the most important person. So the question is very specific, even if it makes you embarrassed, right? Because you need to share the stories with me, the Mama Sardine. That's my nickname inside the academy. I have my BSA, my baby sardines, and I am the Mama Sardine. Even though I don't swim in the real life, I don't really swim. So here, really is specific. How does music impact my life? Because when you direct the question to yourself, then you will begin to focus on opinion, on how you feel, on what you believe. And these are the most difficult things for English learners to do. And they never prepare themselves to do that. How does music impact my life? How do I feel when I listen to music? But teacher, do I need to talk about music? This is an example. But the more subjects you study, the better you will speak. That's how you achieve your dream of speaking and understanding English. Another example, sports, general, very open, general, okay? Top of the upside down pyramid. Let's be a little bit more specific. Advantages of practicing sports as a child. What are the advantages, okay? The positive sides of practicing sports as a child. That's already a very good subject. You can practice the specific too. But remember, you are the most important person in the room. What did I used to practice as a child? What sports did I practice as a child? Did I stop the sport? Why? Why did I never, or maybe you never practiced. Teacher, I never practiced sports. Why did I never practice sports as a child? In my case, let's bring this question to me. As a child, I was very sick. I couldn't practice sports because I couldn't breathe. I had severe asthma. So I never practiced sports. I only started practicing sports when I was 14. And even at that age, it was very difficult for me to practice. By the time I was 17, then I started going to the gym. That's when I was really better and I started being able to exercise. So here, me. I brought the question to myself. So I went from general sports. Then I had a specific idea, sports as a child, the benefits, and then I went to really specific. Why did I never practice sports as a child? I had a health condition, and I had other problems, not just the asthma, but I couldn't practice, okay? So when you bring the question to yourself, then you will begin to remember. You will have access to your memories. Oh, I didn't practice because I had no access to sport gyms, or there were no sport lessons at school, or I didn't like sports. You will start thinking about why. That's how you speak English. You connect English with your life. You go from general to specific. I start questions to my BSA with general. Do you like sports? Yes, teacher. Oh, what sports do you like? But I'm really good at this. So I go from general to very specific quickly, okay? because I've been practicing this with the students from all over the world for a very long time. So I know how to go from general to really specific very, very quickly. I do that when I'm studying Italian. I go from very general to really specific. That's how I practice, okay? Tell me, do you understand? General, specific, really specific? If you understand, tell me, yeah, teacher, I understand. If you don't understand, hashtag no. Shirley says, teacher, this is the best way. I agree. I'm so happy you do. Now you gotta get to work, huh? So tell me if you understand, say yes, and if you say no, then tell me why. What is confusing to you, okay? Now, some people are asking me, teacher, how can I be your BSA? How can I join the academy? Not yet, okay? Now the registrations are closed. I closed the registration a few weeks ago. Maybe next month, I'm not sure. So stay tuned. When I open the registration again, you will know, because I will tell you. I'll be around speaking. And if I were you, I would join the academy because that's basically what I do with my BSA. General, specific, really is specific. All right. So this month I'm giving a different challenge because every month my babies have speaking and all the English skill challenges on Facebook. And they practice alone, okay? That's a speaking exercise, a solo speaking exercise. This month we are talking about places around the world. And I think last week or this week, I'm not sure, they were reading about Egypt. They were reading about Jordan. They were reading about Peru and practicing their English speaking. From general, tourism, general, to really specific. 5 things you need to know about Egypt. Specific, okay? So that's how you practice your English speaking. It gets easier when you do that. Awesome. Leah says value. Awesome, Leah. I'm happy to know that. If you are enjoying this lesson and you feel like, wow, you are learning this stuff, hashtag value. Okay, that is awesome. I'm happy to know that. Now, moving on. I gave more examples here like arts. The most important artists of the 20th century. So that's specific. General is arts, okay? Specific, the most important artists of the 20th century, okay? But I could be more specific. I could talk about painting activities, strategies, methods, but I wanted to talk about artists. So I was specific in a different direction. Then I can be really specific. Picasso or Da Vinci? What do I think of them, okay? So to answer this question, I know nothing about, I know very little about Picasso and very little about Da Vinci. To talk about Da Vinci, I need to Google about Da Vinci. I need to Google him. So you see where I'm trying to get. Oh, I don't know how to talk about Da Vinci. Me neither. Hey, we have something in common. I don't know anything about him. So if this were my really specific activity, I would sit down, go on Google and find Da Vinci. Learn who he was, important life events, and then I would practice my speaking. Well, what I remember about Da Vinci is that he was from I don't remember his city. I really don't remember. I didn't Google, okay? So I would need to sit down and study because I know nothing about Da Vinci, okay? And it's okay. So you see what happens when you go to really specific. You start to understand what you don't know. Oh, okay, I don't know. So now I need clarity. Now I need to Google Da Vinci if I want to talk about him, if I want to make a presentation about him, okay? There was another challenge that I gave my BSA a few months ago. Biographies. They learned about different people from all over the world. Steve Jobs, Michael Jackson, Princess Diana. So now they can talk about them. Do they know everything about Princess Diana? No, but they know a little more. And the best part, they know in English. That's what I want you to do, okay? Now, guys, and here technology, cell phones or computers, so general technology. Many times when I ask students, oh, what do you want to talk about? Technology. Okay, specific. Teacher, cell phones or computers? Which one is better? Cell phones or computers? Tough question. But let's make this really specific. Why do I prefer Apple over Samsung? All right, now I'm getting more specific. I need to explain why I prefer Apple and not Samsung. They're both really good brands, so why do I prefer Apple? Then I have to, I prefer Apple because of this, and that. But the most common thing is the battery. Battery is good, and the cell phone doesn't freeze, doesn't crash like my Samsung used to, like actually the system Android in general, okay? Another possible really specific subject involving technology, pros and cons of using a computer instead of a laptop, okay? A desktop computer, I should have explained better. Pros and cons of using a desktop computer instead of a laptop. Is there any benefit? Is there any downside, any disadvantage? That's really specific, okay? So this is what you need to be thinking about when deciding the subject you want to study, okay? So Marwa gives an example, libraries. School libraries, more specific. How to make school libraries more attractive for students. That is an amazing subject. But Marwa, you can make this different. You can say, how can I make school libraries more attractive to students? Okay, maybe you are interested in helping the world and helping students feel more attracted to libraries. Always bring the question to you, okay? How can I make libraries more attractive? How can I improve my English lessons for you guys? And then you get more specific, really specific, right? Now it's the moment that I'll be asking, okay? Because I give, I help, I expand, so I ask. As I always tell you guys, I'm here to give, to help, to expand. When I'm here giving this lesson, I'm helping myself, I'm helping you, I'm giving you free content that I prepared with a lot of love and attention. As a result, I'm helping people I have never met. And this is the wonderful miracle of the internet. And not just that, when I help you, when I give these lessons, I expand my knowledge. I improve myself as a person, as a teacher. I get to know different people, beautiful stories. So I am always growing. And I want you to do the same. I want you to live this motto that I have by sharing this lesson with your friends. So if you are finding value, which I believe you are, many of you are, share this lesson with two special people, two special friends on WhatsApp or Telegram, direct messages on Instagram, on Facebook, because that way you will be spreading the news, spreading the word, okay? And if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to do so because this channel is awesome. Now, guys, moving on. But teacher, I posted a picture here. You don't see people on Instagram. You can't see it. But there's a picture of Chandler. Can you be more specific, teacher? But who is going to correct me, teacher? Yo? Guys, this is painful. I know it is painful. But when you want to achieve English fluency, okay, when you want to become an English speaker, and let's take a step back. If you want to achieve results in your life, should you focus on the bad or should you focus on action? This is a question. If you want to improve in your life, should you focus on the bad or should you focus on positive action? So focus on bad or on positive action? Tell me your answer here. What do you think? Should we focus on the bad? Bad? Or focus on positive action? I want to know. I want to see what you think, okay? Who's there? I want to see, because we have a delay. I understand that. So Felipe says, positive action. I agree with you, Felipe. You are awesome. Who else? Engineer, both. I disagree. I think that it depends on the kind of mindset, but that is awesome. Thank you so much. Tatiana, positive action. That is awesome. You need to take action because we need to use our energy on what we can change, okay? focusing on the negative, on the bad, on what I don't have may not be positive to help us change. It may cause us to be stuck. And I say this based on personal experience. I used to be a very negative person. Very, very negative. You may not believe me because you see me smiling, but I used to be very negative. And the more negative I was, the more I focused on bad things, the more bad things happened to me. So this is just for everything in life. And here the same to English. When you travel abroad and you go to another country to do anything, to buy, I thought of ice cream. I don't know why. To buy ice cream. So when you go to America to buy ice cream, because in your country, there's no good ice cream. I'm kidding. So when you go and you travel abroad and you visit places, you go to shopping malls, you go to tourist attractions, important sites, you are not going to be thinking, oh, it's Leviosa or Leviosa. Could I be more correct? People will not correct you. Okay? People will not care. They will only tell you, this is true. They will tell you, I'm sorry. What did you say? But they are usually polite, so they're not going to say that. They're going to be like, I'm sorry, could you say that again? I'm sorry, could you repeat, please? And that's it. That's it. Life will always give you this opportunity. Hey, do it again. I'm sorry, bro. What'd you say? What you say? That's what is going to happen, okay? That's basically what it is. They are not going to be like, no. It's is. Can you repeat, please? Is. At the airport, immigrations. Oh, I is. No, I am. Repeat. Yeah, I am. Ah, beautiful. Your visa is denied. Go away. They don't have time for that, okay? Now, I understand where this comes from. This comes from the fear of being judged, the fear of not being understood, and the desire for being correct. But if you focus on that as someone who is studying alone, it's just like the treasure at the end of the rainbow. You're not going to get there because the focus of this exercise is not to focus on the mistake. That's the catch. That's not the focus of the game. The focus of this exercise is for you to take action. So by focusing on establishing a speaking practice alone, I am inviting you to be active, to take action, not simply read. Oh, I understood the book. Nice. And you will see that when you start doing this, it'll be difficult. Yes, I know. It'll be painful. Yes, I know. You will hate your voice. Yeah, I know. But it's necessary. It's a necessary practice. If you want to travel abroad, go through immigrations, and when the immigration officer asks you a question, you're going to be like, yeah, sir, that's what I'm here for. You will be ready. You will be ready to fight the fight. You will be ready to make a presentation. You will be ready to say what you want, even if you make mistakes, okay? But this preparation will help you build up the confidence, will help you be more active and not simply see lessons, read lessons, listen to lessons. No, I want you to talk about those lessons. And when you get started, it'll be hard, not lying here. But as you keep going, you will see that with other practices. And the problem of the mistake is also connected with the other English skills. Are you practicing the other English skills? Because if you are, then you will gradually improve. Because remember, fluency is communication. I put English here, but I like to say fluency. Fluency is communication, not perfection. So establishing the habit of speaking alone will help you build up the confidence to talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English, okay? This is what I teach my BSA in my online program, the Academy. I give them instructions. There I'm really, really specific because then they don't have the explanation, oh, but I don't know what to say, what to talk about. No, they always have subjects, questions, ideas to help them speak, okay? The key to fluency, guys, is doing a little bit of work each day, okay? So if today you were able to speak 2 sentences in English. That's better than yesterday when you did nothing. So always respecting your level, okay? That's what I tell my BSA. Today I was talking to a BSA and she said, teacher, I spend 10 days on per module. You know, I spend 10 days, I go slowly. And I was like, yes, that is amazing. Good, BSA. You don't need to finish the module fast. You can enjoy the process. Respect your time, your limitations, follow the schedule that I give inside the academy. That's how you improve, okay? Now, teacher, I have no idea what to talk about. I don't know. You are telling me sports, but I have nothing in my mind, okay? Remember the triangle. I think that you should draw a triangle upside down and put it on your computer screen, on the wall, you know, the back, somewhere, anywhere. General, specific, really specific. And why is it upside down? You know, why the triangle is upside down? Because general, there are many ideas for general. Many. Many. But when you get more specific, you don't have so many ideas. And when you get really specific, whoosh, 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 then you don't have so many ideas either. It is natural, okay? Even I will have a limit of really specific ideas I have. That is natural. That's why it's an upside down triangle, okay? So here, this is important. This takes time. You need to practice this. General, specific, really specific. The more you practice that, always focusing on yourself, the better you will be, okay? That's very important. What? We have more than 100 students watching me live? What? The mountain shoes, Reese. Do you think I know how to sing songs in English? Sometimes I don't. I know the lyrics. I don't know. Jack, get back. I know this part. Jack, get back. That's all I know. But I have fun singing incorrectly sometimes. Now, guys, let's practice. It's practice time. Pay attention, people on YouTube, people on Instagram. Tell me here in the chat, are you ready to practice? Tell me, yo. Gabriel, ask me the question in English and I will be happy to reply, okay? Are you ready to do exercise? Tell me yes. Facebook, YouTube, I gotcha. Tell me yes in the chat. So tell me yes or tell me no. You're not ready. No, teacher, I'm not ready. Never ready, teacher. If you're ready, tell me ready. If you're not ready, tell me not ready. Simple. Yo. Let's see. Caroline is ready. Tatiana. Who else? People on Instagram. Are you guys ready? Yo. Let's see who else is ready. Maria is ready. Giuliani. That is awesome. Almita is ready. I love reading the names because I never know if I'm pronouncing them correctly. Robson Wilston, that is wonderful. Murilo is ready. And why do I make you guys participate? So that you pay attention, so that you take action. That's very important. Carl is ready. July, gelato? Gelato. I know it's July. Gelato. Hilde is ready. Awesome. I mispronounced the names. I'm sorry, okay? I joke with love in my heart. Leah is ready. Pauline, okay? Excellent, excellent. So let's go. You are going to do this. General, specific, really. The first general subject, food. The general one is food. Now I want you to give me the specific. What is something specific we can talk about food? Okay? We have two exercises, specific and really specific. So send me an idea of a subject we can talk about, focusing on specific. I really want to know. So tell me here, people on Instagram, people on Facebook, people on YouTube. Tell me an idea of something we can talk about that is specific, you know, about food. You know, that's important. Tatiana says Mexican food. It's an example. Okay, so that's your specific example. Very nice. Let's see who else. Let's see here on Instagram, on Facebook. So many media. Kinds of food you like. Okay, is this more specific? Is this really specific, Caroline, or is this specific? Awesome. Polini, healthy food, that's specific. Good job. Okay, specific. Danilo, Brazilian food, that's specific. Awesome. Hobson, Brazilian food as well, specific. Maria also said healthy food, specific. OY says junk, no Y, okay, junk food. Awesome. Fried or roasted food that I would need a noun. What are you describing? Okay, Giuliani. I don't know what's paella, okay? And I think you meant recipe. Receipt is not what you're trying to say. So let's see. Vegetables. How can I cook spaghetti? Nizar, how can I cook spaghetti is really specific. So you see, as we confuse specific and really specific, okay? That's very different. So Asian food. Okay, that's specific, Carola. Asian food. Now we can be more specific. What do Asian people, what can I eat in China? What should I eat when I go to China? That's really specific. So now let's be more specific, really specific. So if you said healthy food, how can you be really specific, okay, about this subject? So post it here in the chat for me. I want you to be really specific. So if you posted vegetables, how can you be more specific about that? Now, Nizar, you said, how can I cook spaghetti? That's very specific. So if you were just specific, how to make pasta, pasta recipes. Pasta recipes, that's specific. Then if you want to be more specific, how can I make spaghetti, okay? Fast food is specific. How can I be more specific? And guys, to be more specific, remember you are more important. You are the most important person in the room. So use I. How can I, what kind of vegetarian food can I eat, Leah Denise? So how can I introduce more vegetarian food in my life? Caroline, what do I usually eat in my breakfast? I know you use it's correct. So that is a very important thing, okay? So let's see some other example. Chicken. Chicken is specific, okay, but now in a phrase, how can I be really specific with my food? So how can I make chicken what? That's the key. And guys, with food here, I really liked the idea of vegetarian food, of healthy food, general food, and specific diets. How can I improve my diet? Because sometimes, what are you guys thinking? Oh, I think food. Okay, vegetable, fruit. Well, what can I talk about that? Hobson, excellent. How can I prepare a good barbecue? Amazing. What did Hobson do? He was specific with his life. Maybe Hobson likes barbecues. So he thought, how can I make a really good barbecue? Well, Maria, how would my life be impacted if I ate vegan food? Okay, very nice. So you have to Google, how can my life change if I go vegan? Very good. So food, healthy food, how is my life going to be changed if I go vegan? Excellent. Okay, so which do you like, vegetables or fruits? Excellent. What kind of vegetables do you like? And then you can start answering, how would my life be if I were vegan? I think my answer, okay, and I record myself, I think my life would be difficult because I love meat. Sorry. but I would have more quality of life. I would be respecting the animals. I think it's very important to respect animals and not to eat animals. Unfortunately, I'm not a vegan yet. I don't know if I will be one day, but I would be healthier. I would be in more contact with nature, eating foods and vegetables and fruits that are healthier for my body. I would feel more energetic. So now I can talk about it because now I have a really specific subject. How can I prepare steamed vegetables? Awesome. So I have to Google. Directions. I don't know how to cook steamed vegetables. So I would need to find what are the benefits. Juliana, an example. What are the benefits of steamed vegetables? Why steamed vegetables instead of raw, not cooked, raw vegetables? Okay? So guys, one important observation. When I say food, I'm not particularly telling you to just think of food. French fries, pasta, spaghetti. When you think of being more specific, you need to find ways to find a conversation about food. Okay, and spaghetti is specific, is a specific food, but is it a specific conversation? But maybe if you think, you can think of the history of spaghetti. That's nice. That's more specific. How do Italians make spaghetti? That's more really specific. How to learn the traditional way of making spaghetti. That is more specific, okay? That is very important. How can I explain to an American guy how to make feijoada? Booyah! José Luiz Albuquerque Silva. Complete name. Excellent. You're being extremely, extremely specific. How can I explain to an American person how to prepare feijoada? Feijoada is a typical Brazilian food that I don't like personally, but many people like. So maybe you can think about that from your country. How can I teach someone from Egypt said something here? Molekia. I don't know what this is. I've never heard. So how can I explain to teacher Prix how to make molekia? I don't know. All right. So how can I make a really good grilled fish? Awesome. Then you need to think of the instructions. Well, first you need to clean the fish. Then I have to carefully season the fish. Then I will get a frying pan and some olive oil. And I will heat the wall of olive oil. Not too much. I don't want to burn the olive oil. Just a little. Then I will put the fish, fry for about 1 minute. Turn it. Fry it for 2 more minutes. I don't know. Okay, I don't cook. And then voila, that's my grilled fish, okay? So that is a very good example, okay, guys? Now, my friends, I wanted to do the transportation one, but I don't have time to do that. You can do this as a homework. Transportation, general, specific. What can you talk about transportation? Really specific. What else, okay? But as I said, there is a PDF file on my Telegram, and the password is #speaking. That's the password. #speaking. You can download some explanations that I gave in tonight's lesson and the exercise recommendation. Other than that, take a picture of me, post on stories, write my name @TeacherPrix. You need to say okay, to type @TeacherPrix, and then I will see your stories, okay? So take a screenshot, because today you are learning how to improve your English speaking even if you are alone. Remember the message of the day, really is specific. Yes, really, really is specific, all right? Thank you so much, my friends. Hi, I'm tired. Thank you, Instagram. Bye-bye. And thank you, people on YouTube and Facebook. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.